They just get closer and closer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Woke Ass Wednesday. We're back to basics here. I've got a lot of the same old that we've been watching before, but new stuff, but the same old stuff that we were watching. I've got, we got Liberty. I got a new channel that I just found called Unwoke. I got a couple others in here.
I haven't seen any of this.
And let's see, we got the Abolitionists again. What else? And then Woke Folks. So it'll be a good lineup. We're gonna get into it. Let's have some fun with this. Let's see what these woke people are all about. Again. Add this screen. Yep. I won't get it as soon as I get stuff set up.
You're getting.
It makes no sense. Bring your swastikas because you're a fucking Nazi. Go bring it. They will fuck you up.
This is dangerous. They can't. You standing here preaching this bullshit is dangerous.
Bitch, y'all white. Y'all was the fucking master, bitch. The fuck?
Yes, ma'am.
Bitch.
Hey.
He wants it up there.
No, God, motherfucking name.
Hamas.
Sure, yeah. I think killing anyone that's innocent is wrong. Like, I don't care who does it. Like, I don't pick sides. I'm not like Republican or Democrat. Like, I think we shouldn't kill innocent people because I think men are made in the image of God.
You have a kid?
I do. I have a 20-month-old. Yeah.
You have a daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's a daughter.
So, if something happens to your daughter, right, and your daughter is impregnated,
yep,
right, and she's really young, 13, whatever, are you going to make her keep that baby?
I would encourage her not to murder the child, yes. And I would hope we would have laws that wouldn't allow her to become someone who takes the life of another innocent human being. But I would surround her with love and support, and I would advocate actually punishing the one who is guilty, because I think in that situation, there's three people in that situation where someone gets impregnated because of rape. You've got the guilty rapist, and then now you have two innocent children, the innocent child that was the victim of the rape and the innocent child that was the product of the rape. And I'm trying to be consistent. I don't think we punish innocent people for the crimes of others.
When do you think sentience begins?
Well, probably not till like 3 or 4 when you start remembering stuff. Right. But I don't, because my ethic is that men are made in the image of God. Like that's like part of what being human is. I don't really put value in like a lot of, you'll hear pro-lifers talk about like personhood, right, or sentience, something like that.
Well, that's where I was coming from.
Yeah. I just think because if it's human, it's made in the image of God. Like that's part of like the human condition is that we are in the imago Dei is the fancy like theological word. And so us being made in the image of God is what gives us rights. It's like what communicates our rights to us. Gotcha.
I think it depends on what's best for both the child and the mother, which is why that should be the mother's choice.
Sure, I would agree with how you just said that. I think doing what's best for the child and the mother is always what's important. What I think happens in abortion...
So what if having the child is not what's best for the mother?
You can't, well, at that point I'm saying you can't, you still do what's best for child and mother.
So
you try and say both. Like doctors should treat them as if they have two patients. Are there situations where a child will be lost? Yes, I'm not saying there aren't. But you should never just be like, well, this is bad,
so
let's just kill the child.
Should that be a doctor's, the government, or the mother's?
I don't think a mother should have the choice to just kill her child.
That's her child.
Well, that's your fetus.
That's
Again,
her
but it's-
child, that's what she gave birth to.
But
That
it's
has
another
no
human
conscious-
being,
It
though.
has no conscience to say anything or have a decision.
Okay, but
Disabled people don't have consciousness either. As a Catholic, I believe. from
Disabled people
conception-
definitely have consciousness.
Yeah.
I'm autistic
Well,
and I have conscience.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
I am.
I'm autistic too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We got some dog issues that went on that I had to go deal with, and you can hear them now. But we're back, and we'll continue on with this.
Yeah. And you don't have conscience. We don't even know what consciousness is.
and so that's why I don't like ground my belief in like
Yes,
consciousness or
believe-
something else. I just think
But that should based on your beliefs and opinions.
Yes,
I just think
believe are
humans-
true.
But
I'm
you
not
cannot put
saying-
on-
like I have a belief that humans are made in the image of God and humans have value.
Yeah,
Yeah, so therefore,
your choice should be mine. Based on my,
Yes.
that's it.
Everybody grounds their beliefs
What's an
in
issue
some
other than
religious
abortion
belief.
that
Nah,
you
not really.
believe,
The lack of
human
belief in
rights-
God is also a religious belief.
I believe
Sure,
that
but
we
like,
should
I
have
mean, like
better
my
resources
dad
for
doesn't believe
people
that
in
there's any
low
higher being, there's no
positions.
afterlife.
I
There's
believe
really
that they should
nothing
have better access to
after
healthcare.
So he's grounding his beliefs in his own opinions. Why is that more valid?
Opportunities.
Why is it?
Oh,
So
that's
you
the thing.
believe
It's not
in the
more
rights
valid.
of
It's just
Exactly.
Fucking coworker has some goddamn respect on
so-
our fucking campus.
real.
Yeah.
Amen.
So you believe in the rights of the poor. This is something we agree on. We can both agree we want something better for the poor.
I will say we have different feelings
Yeah,
on
not to
this.
mention based on that.
So I'm still talking. I just want to turn this. She's got a very big crowd and she's standing by herself. That makes me nervous.
I think what's happening is like coming at it with Jesus Christ and like on the board is wrong in the sense that not because Jesus Christ is wrong, in the sense that not everyone here follows Jesus, right? And follows the Bible and all that stuff. I don't personally. Like I was raised Muslim. I think to some degree a lot of Christians take away their own ability to have their own moral compass outside of Jesus. Everything you do is for Jesus. Though that's what you guys preach or should do. I do think you guys should have a level of autonomy outside of Jesus Christ.
So to explain that, because I mean that is the reason I come out here with this sign is to in holding my worldview consistently. I believe that the reason abortion is wrong and the reason why I'm opposing it is because I believe it violates the law of God. I believe the law of God is our foundation of morality. So that would make abortion a sin. And so because abortion is a sin, it separates us from God. And now God has given us a way to have reconciliation with him that sin no longer separates us and we can have atonement for that. So that is the gospel of Jesus Christ. The gospel of Jesus Christ is the solution to sin. So when I'm coming out here from my worldview and I'm looking at what I believe is a problem of sin in our country, if I come at it from a secular worldview, I am betraying my own beliefs and saying, well, this doesn't actually, like, I can solve this problem apart from the solution that God gave us. Because Jesus said, I'm the only way to, like, no man comes to the Father but by me. That's what Jesus said, and I believe him. So I can't come at it with this kind of like ecumenical, all religions are valid kind of perspective, because that would not be addressing the problem sufficiently from my worldview, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I can understand it because I don't think just how you're trying to come out here and preach what you understand. No one should ask you to show it from what you believe either. And but like back to my point, I just think that like I was trying to talk about it over there, but there's just too many people. Like I think
Yeah, it looked a little crazy over there.
Yeah, no one wants to like kill infants or fetuses or babies or anything like that. It's more so the situation we're in as a world, and a lot of people don't believe in Christianity, right? So I think if we shift the argument to what things can we set up, I think Christians, Muslims, atheists can come together and put money together and create legislation to make sure that people aren't killing babies. The issue, I don't think the issue should be making it illegal or whatever, because it won't be a problem if people could have a child on accident and sustain that child. And I think that's something outside of Jesus Christ, outside of the poster. So I think if like everyone came here with those kind of posters, like what legislation can we make, what foundations can we make, what nonprofits can we make to sustain children and young people, I think that's better than having this conversation.
So the reason I would disagree with that approach is that, you know, being consistent with the biblical worldview, there's a principle in Scripture that you don't do evil so that good may come. And there's also one of the Proverbs says that better is little with righteousness than great revenues with injustice. So the principle there being, you don't do things that are expedient, but a little morally shaky, even if it achieves some good end. And so one of the things that the law of God talks about a lot, and if I'm going to submit to Scripture, I'm going to submit to Jesus Christ as King, then I need to care about this and I need to abide by it, is that you don't show like partiality in the law. So you don't treat people differently under the law. You don't have laws that, you don't acquit the guilty. You don't condemn the innocent. Like, these are principles of.
All right, I just wanted to stop and say here, I'm like, yes, this is one thing I fully agree with the abolitionists on, is their whole thing of you're equal in the law. They, just because, something's going on, like, so let's say the whole case of a guy punches a woman in the stomach and kills a baby. The guy will be charged with murder and possibly with, damage to the woman, because that's what's going on. But yet, if a woman goes in to have an abortion, she's not charged with murder. That's showing partiality to different situations, because it's the same situation, that baby's dying, and it's purposeful. So that's what you have to look at. If you're going to call it when somebody is punching you in the stomach and they make you abort the baby or whatever, then you're going to have to call it with the abortion side too, because otherwise it's not fair. It's not within the law scope.
Right. And I think that's why they have to come to a mutual understanding and agreement and say, like we say, the 6-week law.
Yeah.
I mean, some people try to push it to 8 weeks, but I would still say 6 weeks. And so, like, a guy could get away with it to a point up until that. And
yeah.
She could get away with it up until a point, but then after that, you have to pick.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're going to have to come to the agreement within this, because the abolitionists are not going to win this. It just won't happen.
Because it's based too much on a religious principle more than anything.
Yeah, exactly. So, like Nefer said, you're going to have to come to an agreement within a time period. It's going to be like, we would say like 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the viable time, because a lot can happen within then, and technically speaking, up until 6 weeks, it is just a clump of cells, but anything after that starts developing into the human fetus and what you see.
That whole clump of cells argument is so played out and everything, because they act like it's like that until it's born.
Exactly.
And it's like that you can't deny that even at 20 weeks, it looks fully like a human. It looks exactly like it's going to when it's born.
Yes.
It's just a smaller version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing to look at.
And I guess they say that the difference between, this being murder and not for a woman is because she decided.
Well, it's in her body. She should have the right to decide. And that's just not the case, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they can argue that day and night till they're blue in the face. But in reality, the fetus is its own entity within the woman. And they try to use, my favorite one is them using parasite as a reference, when in reality, it's nowhere near a parasite. Parasites damage the host. This will actually, the baby for us will actually repair the mother.
Like the stem cells stay.
Yes. The mother will still get and reap the benefits of the baby. So I mean, that tells you so much. So I mean, that's just where we are with it.
I used to fall into that, that it's a parasitic entity, and I didn't necessarily think in a bad way, but I used to think that. And then it's like I started reading the definitions, and I was like, oh, okay, so they try to say that there is no benefit to the mother health-wise or anything. They were like, aside from emotions, you don't get anything good out of it, and that's just not true. There's a whole host of things that happen.
Yes.
That is in your favor.
Between the chemical balances and everything else.
Yeah, like literally, there were so many people that I was watching on the Matt Walsh today talking about birth control.
Yeah, the birth control one.
And
Yeah.
how it screwed them up, and how many of them may have had babies, and then from that moment on, they're just like a rational, functional adult because they let the hormones do what they're supposed to do.
Yes.
And the birth reset them, you know. So
Yeah.
health I know that's a big gamble for a lot of people, all things considered, but I mean, it's what changed me too.
Yeah, it truly has.
Um,
On a lot of different ways, you know.
I mean, really, like, this regulates everything, you know?
And all these people that try to use the excuse, well, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to take care of it, so wouldn't it be better if I just didn't do it? And it's like, well, you should have thought of that before you opened your legs or you stuck it in somebody.
Right.
Because now it's too late. You can't use that excuse anymore. You did it. You did the act. Now you must provide that act and go up with it.
I mean, you can still put them for adoption.
Yeah, there's adoption.
If you really have to.
If you think they'll be better off, I really think it, just there's no way I can do it, then yeah, adoption. But that child deserves to live. It has its rights too.
And it's kind of crazy, like, how much you will change your mind alone over the course of 9 months.
Yes.
Suddenly, you know, especially the first trimester, you think, oh, there's just no way, I just can't. I mean, about a million different things. I can't afford this. My body can't take it. I'm going to literally die. And then by 4th, 5th, 6th month, it's like, well, maybe I could do this. Maybe. And then by the last Sunday, it's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. You know, and it's like, we're kind of like this resolve and this burst.
Yes.
Because it is an instinct to protect and provide for your offspring above all costs. So all those prideful things you were holding on to, maybe you didn't want to go get a job at McDonald's or whatever because it was just below you.
Yep.
Suddenly it's not going to be a problem.
It's like, oh no, I got to do what I got to do for this kid. Yes.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Same thing with, like, you know, oh, I don't really want to be with this guy. Maybe I can. And then by the end of it, it's like, yeah, I'm going to make this work. You know, because that's just the way it is, you know.
Because, I mean, these people that are like, well, I can't do it with this guy because, you know, he's like this and that. Well, I'm sorry, but the DNA is stuck between both of you, which means that father's going to have every right, just like you do, to see the kid.
Yeah.
And if you are petty enough to keep the kid from that person, it's only going to backfire on yourself later on down the line.
And I used to think that it was like, okay, there's this huge fatherlessness problem, and it's like all these guys, they just can't be accounted for, they just leave. You know, I experienced it in my own upbringing and everything. But you start seeing that, like, 80% of the time, it's because the woman is being insufferable.
Yes.
And she pushes him away. It makes it impossible. It makes it incredibly difficult. Like, I remember, like, my mother trying to find my father for the sake of, what do you call it? The money he was supposed to give. Child support. Just a couple of times. But never trying to really seek him out for my benefit. So that we could establish a relationship or anything.
Yeah.
That just wasn't a thing. So, I do think that more often than not, it's just the woman making life impossible.
Of course, yeah.
Of justice that are in Scripture. So if, you know, I get the idea of saying, okay, well, if we want to reduce abortion, there's other ways we can do it other than like a hard ban of like, absolutely not, no more. So like, I'm just saying, like, if I see this as a moral evil, I don't think I should go out of my, like, I don't think we should make policies that make it.
I feel so bad. Like, I had to leave for those things.
I might need to go over there.
Yeah, no, actually, that's
a
lot. I think the police are over there too. But
yeah,
police are like over there. But if you want to go, you could.
Yeah, I probably should. There's just one girl over there.
Yeah, literally.
So,
I feel so bad. She looks like she's getting bigger.
Yeah, I appreciate the conversation, guys.
How many motherfuckers rolling up here, bro?
I'm gonna go over there to Becca. Is that her group? I know. That's why I'm going over there. Yep. Yeah, we might need to.
I'm ready to skedaddle. I just don't want to leave her.
Yeah, I'm going over to to help her now.
Yeah. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm worried about her. That is all the cops left.
Damn, that's a huge crowd.
Yeah, like abortion matters.
Disregard the Bible. Like statistically,
You good?
countries that have straight up like banned abortion, like there's no abortion. The same amount of abortions happening. It's not going down. In countries where abortion is like fully illegal, they're having about the same rate.
Abortions go away. It makes them more dangerous. Banning abortions does not make them go away. It makes them more illegal.
Makes it illegal.
It makes them more dangerous. They don't go away.
All abortions are dangerous.
Yes, but there's medical technology to support.
No, I mean they're all dangerous because they kill a human being.
What if you got kids? I pay to be here. You don't pay to be here.
She agrees with me. We have the same worldview.
You don't pay to be here.
Bitch, y'all white, y'all was the fucking masters, bitch. The fuck?
Hey, that's assault. You can step back. Hey, that's assault.
You're fucking
That is
fucking racist.
You just met me. That's not how you handle disagreements.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I definitely said that to her in the same voice that I would have said it to my toddler.
Agreements.
Ain't nobody put their hands on you.
Kicking a sign is still assault.
Assault to you? Am I touching you? If I break this sign right now, is that assault to you?
Yes,
As an individual?
it
How?
is.
Explain that to me.
Yeah.
You're gonna make these people
Yeah.
very angry.
Yeah, but you're like, you come here, so, like, can you believe that?
Actually, it's something that it will not do your shit.
Yeah, so I believe from fertilization, the embryo or the zygote at that point is a human being. Human DNA. They're like a living organism.
It still has its mom and dad's DNA. It doesn't even have its own DNA.
Well, it comes from that, but it is like if you look at the molecules itself, like it is unique information. That's why like we can tell, like you can't just like split apart somebody's DNA and automatically know who their mom and dad is. You have to compare it. There are similarities, but it is like newly synthesized DNA.
The moment the cell forms, in your opinion, like the moment.
Yeah,
the cell forms.
because like
why isn't a sperm cell like an egg by itself? Like, why is that moment?
Because a sperm cell is not.
Flash, and it makes a new thing.
Yes.
Why is it so
Alright.
hard for you to figure out?
All right, I had to pause it here because we are in deep trouble with this being our youth that's growing up and on college campuses. I mean, this is what college is teaching people, is how to be dangerous and kick signs,
Yeah, they think they're being
scream and yell because if they're louder, they're winning.
right. If they think it's loud and opinionated, then they must
I don't
be,
know if I
they
hear
must
you.
be like righteous, you know, like
Yeah.
that's like not true at all.
And that's one of the main reasons I'm not going to college.
He has no plans to go to a 4-year, you know, like I always say, yeah, continue your education, get college degrees and stuff if you need it.
Yeah, but you don't
There's
have to
no
go.
need to go to the college.
Well, no, because they all become so woke that it's not even funny.
His college, the charter for his high school, they were really woke for a while, and it was even
BC or
no Penn Foster.
okay,
From
yeah.
Penn State. But recently they have kind of come back around because they mixed a lot of their programs and also removed Leah Thomas from being.
I saw that. Yeah.
So there might be some hope for some of them, but like, I mean, when you're talking about like Harvard and Yale and everything, they're like the worst of the worst now. I mean, it used to be bad out here with Davis and Berkeley
Yeah.
and all that. They used to be the bad ones, but it's
And
You can fix this.
it's funny. I saw this thing about a German soldier, or not German soldiers per se. I think he was a German soldier during the Nazi brigade, and it was a German and stuff. And he said, because he saw Antifa, and he was like, "You guys better stop these guys before it becomes another Nazi situation."
Yeah.
He was like, "It's right there."
Funny how that they're running around saying that, that the Trump administration and everything, it looks like a Nazi regime.
Yeah.
But they're like step by step, pound for pound, doing the exact same socialist.
Well, and this is a guy that grew up in the Nazi era.
Yes, you see
and he's
it.
saying,
Yes.
"Listen, they're doing exactly what."
Exactly, and
That tells you.
but they don't.
Yeah.
They don't care to hear this. It's like they're the good guys.
Yeah, exactly.
God. But didn't the Nazis also say that?
Yeah, they did.
They're the good guys.
It's not a human organism, right? It contains the I can't remember the biological word, like the gametes. It contains the gametes of the father, but it's not a fertilized egg. Like left alone, a sperm cell won't develop into a human being.
But when the egg first forms, it only has the father and mother's DNA, which is not unique.
No, it's
At
not.
what point does it become? Why at
So,
that moment?
well, like in fertilization, there is new DNA that's synthesized. It's not just like dad and.
DNA cannot be created. It's only controlled.
Yeah.
It's not brand new.
Yeah, I understand.
Brand new, not brand new.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's. What I mean is like it's not like you've got the dad's DNA floating around and you've got the mom's DNA floating around. They have combined. I don't know the name for that process, but they have combined into. Yeah, I'm an aerospace engineer. I'll be honest. I'm not.
What in your job description makes you think that you have the right to come here and preach to me about my body? Mind you,
Because Christ, I'm a follower of Christ. That's why I do it. Yeah.
An abortion will never look like this. Whenever an abortion
I mean,
happens,
this is an artist depiction. Yeah, this is an artist depiction.
This is a lie. That's what it is. This is an artist depiction. It's not real life. That is what you guys don't understand.
I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of abortion.
Pictures of abortion, but here's the thing: it's always AI generated and not the real life film. There is real life film of an abortion, and I will tell you, they never look like this.
It's not.
They still have tails.
I've seen those videos.
It's still see-through. They don't even have fingers like you realize.
Yes, I've seen them.
So then, why are we depicting this and not a real abortion?
Is it wrong to do an artist depiction of something?
Yes, because
Why?
it's misleading. It's misleading. That's
Okay, what about the actual photos we have?
This is fear mongering and misleading.
I'm sorry, but what actual photos? If that was true, y'all would use different photos. Y'all have one photo.
But, hey, look, I'm telling you, if you go to, hey,
that's a fucking drawing.
I'm pointing to the web. See, this is what I'm saying. Like y'all are kind of closed-minded because when I'm trying to make a point, no, I can't even point to part of my sign without you jumping to a conclusion. What I'm saying is, if you go to the website, we sell these signs so that people can
Nobody cares about your website. I don't care.
Do you want to hear the actual point?
It almost looks like no, I have a question.
There's no changing our.
I'm open to my mind being changed if people can make salient arguments, but shouting at people is not a way to change their mind.
A man rapes a woman. The woman has an abortion. Who's God going to forgive?
Whoever repents.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You think if a rapist says I'm sorry right before he dies and he goes up to heaven, that God is gonna let him in?
That's not what repentance is.
If he repents right before he dies, he's gonna go to heaven.
What about the people who literally have? What about the people in the foreign countries who have no access to the Bible? I've never heard of Christianity. All of that things. You guys can have missionaries, but there will be people who've never heard of them. So are all those people automatically condemned? So let's say an abortion happens and the fetus dies. Is that fetus going to heaven?
Well, I believe so, but I will say I don't know.
How's that fetus going to heaven? It's never been told about God. It's never asked for forgiveness.
Yeah.
So how is that fetus going to heaven?
So look, I'll be honest. I don't know for sure, and I can't say. I think so, but I don't know for sure. I just trust in the character of God. Like the Bible says that God is good, says that He is just, He's abounding in loving kindness. So I believe that.
Forgive that woman who had an abortion.
If she repented, that's what the Bible says.
Can I tell you why? No. listen, do you want to know why they're so against abortion? 60% of women who get abortions are white women. Y'all, the white people are becoming minorities. And so then you keep that 60% of the white babies, and guess what? Then y'all can still be a superior race. It's never about a woman's
What?
Yes,
That's the first time I've ever heard that, I promise.
No, I'm not joking. Please look that up. 60% of women who get abortions are white women. Can you please? No, I want you to look it up.
No, well, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I mean, I'll take you at your word, but what I'm saying is,
it's not about women's rights. It's about
well, there's two.
All right, what they're saying that's so funny and that's so reversed. 60% of abortions are not white women.
I think it's something like 43 or 45%.
Let me see. I got the computer right here. What? You guys can't see it, but I'll put it up. Hold on. Percentage. Women that get an abortion are white. 31.9% of all abortions reported to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, which are non-Hispanic white women, accounted for 31.9%. That shows you right there.
I think the blacks, I believe, are 45%-ish, and the rest of it is just other ethnic minorities.
Hold on. Highest percent of women who get an abortion. And this is just it, ladies and gentlemen. This is all so readily available within the internet. Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got something to look up online, or they got a computer at home that they can go to. So for people not to know this and just, spew nonsense is absolutely ridiculous anymore.
Yeah, if you're going to go to a protest, if you're going to go somewhere and say something about your ideologies, you better have sources to back it up.
All right. The group that accounts for the highest percentage of abortion is non-Hispanic black women.
Yeah.
Based on abortion rates and ratios for the most recent available data in the U.S., additionally, women in their 20s are the age group of the highest percentage. So the most viable people to have babies, the black 20-year-olds, are the highest percentage that are having babies. Or, having abortions.
Yeah. That's true.
They should be having the babies. Hey, Sancho, good to see you.
That's crazy.
This is the most screwed up scenario.
It's all about ethnic cleansing. That's what the whole thing was.
Well, yeah, Margaret Singer of Planned Parenthood.
Yes, and they go and they fall right into it. Just like depopulation.
Yes.
It's like you're doing exactly what the government wants you to do.
It's exactly right.
It's like they're trying to lower that and make it so you guys are easier to control.
There was another thing I saw. Let's see what exactly he's trying to see.
Go over to the StreamYard on the computer.
He said, Sancho's here. He said, I'm always here.
Right.
You weren't here last week. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, it's like every time they think that they're sticking it to the government,
like
they're just like playing into it. They want you to play into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, they talk about Black Lives Matter. I guess not those lives, huh?
Not at all. Why would they? It's more of our woke stuff. It's I got the abolitionist that we're watching right now, and then I've got a couple new channels that I found that we're going to be going over and after this one. So I'm gonna get back into it. And I've also got a Liberty, another street one.
Yeah, I watched the other one today too, the black one.
Yeah.
Her
Patriot Voice, yeah.
And dude, she got surrounded and like pushed on and stuff. And they stole
She's already been socked once.
I know, they stole a microphone. So it's like,
yeah. You know, with Nicholas that we watch, he's had 2 mic receivers stolen from him already.
It's like $1,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Alright.
No worries. I understand. He said, LongWalker, I'm so sorry that I wasn't here last week. One day I'll make up for it.
Oh no, life is busy.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm just glad you're here when you were.
Yep. All right, let's get back to.
Hang on, there's 2 claims here. You're saying, I'll grant that that's the statistic, but saying that that's why we believe it is what I'm saying is wrong.
Okay, the Bible also says life begins with the first
Yeah. Yeah, God breathed the breath of life into man, but he breathed it into Adam. From that point onward,
33:4 says the Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life. Ezekiel 37:5-6.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
These bones, I will make breath into you and will become life.
Yeah.
Life associated with the entering of breath.
Do you want to actually talk about the Bible?
Oh, I'm not done. Stop regarding man in those nostrils of his breath for what affects Ecclesiastes 2:7. The dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit of breath returns to God who gave it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not just talking about Adam.
So do you actually want to hear the theological response to that? So God is a spirit. God's not physical. So when God breathes breath into someone, it's not referring to their actual physical lungs opening and closing. It's a different kind of breath. So I'm about breathing his spirit into someone, giving them actual intelligence, life, making him in their image. It's not about physical breath because God's not physical. So God can't physically breathe into somebody because God doesn't have lungs. So all those verses about the breath of God aren't talking about physical breath.
That's literal from metaphorical.
The category of literature that it's written in. There's a lot of different books of the Bible are written in different literary forms. Like the Proverbs and the Psalms, a lot of those are poetic. So you interpret them in a way that's poetic.
Is that what y'all said there? Gay people murder babies? Is that what you're trying to say? You want to bring that?
Yeah.
You bring that? You want to say here? No, wait, I didn't even get to read.
Yeah,
Sick for this.
that's sick that happened.
Wait, why is it gay? No, it's sick for you to have it.
It's saying that they're truly oppressed.
Yeah, why is that? Black people worried on? What the fuck is going on? So you're saying gay people aren't oppressed, but unborn fetuses are?
Gay people, the fetuses are truly.
And why the pride hand?
There's 2,500 abortions in America every day.
And how has that affected you? Yes, how has that affected you?
That wasn't the question. You asked who's more oppressed.
That's our question.
Are there 2,500 gay people being killed every day?
Last time you were pregnant.
What?
One, you don't care about gay people. I already know that. So don't even try to use that.
Same message. Forgiveness can be found in Christ.
You can say what you want. I know, and I can see through you, especially. You don't care about gay people. You don't care about women. You don't care about nothing but yourself and your religion. I expect that. But don't come on
That's kind of prejudiced.
It's prejudiced.
Yeah.
English 101. You need to go. That's something you're ignorant.
Hey, let's go over there. There's a guy yelling at my wife. Okay.
And you want to get
so I actually care about women, and when the women that I care about.
No, you don't.
Okay. All right.
If you cared about women, you would not be out here.
You can keep thinking that. Look, you're free to have that opinion, but I'm going to go actually stand up for women over there. Y'all can continue to misrepresent them.
You're going to stand up for women?
That is one hell of a man.
Is somebody still over there? Brandon's still over there? Oh, and Hannah. Yeah, let's go sit these down over here.
I'm not with y'all, but I don't like violence. So here's the thing, is that group of people, they are very angry at what y'all said. And I'm not trying to we're on different sides right now. There's a child over there. There's a baby. It's a bad idea if they go over there.
Yeah, Oh, are they going over there to? Yeah, I'll go get them. Hey, Brandon, Hannah.
I swear, I mean, I'm on your
Let's get out
side.
of here. Okay. I don't. This crowd's kind of rough. They've gotten violent a couple times. I don't want to run your kids. Okay, great. Thanks. We're over there, right?
I was like, I'm not technically part of them, but they support what I support. So I'm going to stand over here and hang out. If somebody asks me if I'm with them, I'm with them.
That's awesome.
I was like, I didn't realize that there was the LGBTQ, and I was like, it caught your attention, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's part of what they're doing. And they gave it back to me, which was nice. So I was like, this, they're probably looking at this and be like, you hate us?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You were packing up shop.
Do you mind if we get our stuff? Or do we need to have a mob that follows us around everywhere?
Yes. You need to watch y'all because it's about time.
Really?
Too damn long.
KGB's got to come and kick us out. Is that right? The Gestapo? Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am.
Go my property.
I don't know what ma'am is. Sorry.
You're trying to take my property.
Oh, am I?
Yes, ma'am.
Bitch.
Hey, cut it out. Cut it out or we'll call the police. We're trying to leave. We're trying to leave.
You said it yourself.
Guys, we're trying to leave. If you want us to leave, stop following us.
Okay, then fucking leave. No one wanted to hear in the first place, so dumbass.
Yeah, we don't need a mob following us to leave.
Come to campus.
Right,
This is
okay.
our campus up until the edge. So leave. You're not leaving. No, you're harassing us. You came onto our campus. Yes, you are. You are coming onto a property that we pay to be on,
Guys.
and you are spreading hateful propaganda. That is harassment. Yes, you are. Yes, that is fucking propaganda. AI images is propaganda.
Come on, let's just go. Stop talking. They're not worth talking.
They have no qualifications. It's free. I'm a free biologist.
Yeah. Don't even worry about giving lit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, to answer your questions to Sancho, I was getting at right now I'm only live Wednesdays. As winter comes, we'll get back to a more broad schedule, with more. But yeah, as far as the abortions go, I mean, I stand very firm on it. I believe that there is pretty much no excuse to get an abortion. If you want to do something, then there's no reason to go somewhere and do it. You have about 6 weeks when you get pregnant, because if you don't want to get pregnant, don't do the act. Simply said, don't do the act if you don't want to get pregnant, and then you won't.
And we're coming from a place of experience where I've had 2 of them.
Yes, and
one was surgical at 14 weeks, and the other one was before 9 weeks, and it was done at home in a different way.
yeah, and it's like, if you're really set on the abortion, do it at home, make it between yourself, the gods, and whatever person or whatever else you want to do, and take care of it that way.
But the minute that you fork over money to have somebody invade your body and pry it open and take something from it that is supposed to be sacred, that's a totally different story.
And with what Planned Parenthood does, I am firmly against Planned Parenthood, because so much. It's like they get government funding. Well, they used to. I don't know. Like, they're finally stopping it. But they were getting government funding, and then they were having people pay to get the abortions, and then they were selling the fetuses for even more money.
And I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculously run. And Margaret Singer, who started Planned Parenthood, started it to eradicate the black race.
Yeah, she was a Nazi sympathizer.
Yes.
And that's like a well documented fact. She didn't even try to hide that.
No, she didn't. I mean, it was just out there. Mara.
Same thing with Ed Ulrich. Didn't even bother trying to hide the fact that he was just a blatant racist.
And I mean, with me, if the woman's going to go through with the abortion, then she needs to watch exactly what is, like, if it's the D, and what is it, D and E?
D and C, D and E. I don't know if it's different for different states or different stages.
Yeah, but if it's those two, they should have to watch the procedure, like the whole video of what is done before they go through it. Because a lot of them, oh, it's just a clump of cells. It's not this, it's not that. And it's a complete hog lie.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a woman who worked for Planned Parenthood that thought, oh, it was this, we're helping people, we're doing this, we're doing that, until she had to be in the room for the abortion and watched it and saw what she saw. She watched the baby on the screen pulling away from what the doctor was doing. And they were taught the whole time that the baby can't feel anything. It's a quick procedure. You're going to say something, sorry?
No, it's fine.
And it was a quick procedure, and that was it. And it's absolutely...
They don't do anything to numb the baby. They just rip it apart.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They rip it apart. And the baby struggles the whole time.
And I've heard abortionists talking about how difficult it is to get the head because, it's round and it's slippery and all that shit. It's like, that is fucking diabolical shit. For real,
Yes, it is. He said, my best idea for abortions is don't have sex then, be responsible for your actions, make more wise decisions. Women are the ones able to choose who they have it with. Yes, right. That is very true.
And it's like, that's why people shouldn't have turned away from marriage, because for like thousands of years, that was like the rule. It's like you get married so that you can have those relations inside the confines of a marriage and have that safety net. So you don't have to worry about paternity, and you don't have to worry about sexual diseases and extramarital affairs and all of that,
Exactly. And I mean, to see that the majority of the people having the abortions is black women in their 20s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is.
And see, it worked. They targeted it,
And it's like something like 96% of abortions are elected abortions, meaning they don't want the baby. Yeah, not because of whatever issue they might have.
Medical things.
Yes.
Which are covered in all 50 states still.
Yes, all medical problems that require an abortion or require any of those type of things is covered in all 50 states still. And they will tell you it's not, but it is.
So if they deny you life-saving care, that's a suable offense, and I encourage anybody to take that to the bank, because
exactly they have to.
I'm sick and tired of the freaking medical industry doing the shit that they do.
Yes. I mean, this is a big subject about it, and it's like, I'm sick and tired of it. It's like, there are like, what, 100 and how many abortions a day in the United States?
Between 1,500 and 2,500.
Yeah, 1,500 and 2,500
a day.
In the within the United States. I mean, that's how many lives are being snuffed out with no problem.
That is no different than the Aztec Empire building their civilization on blood.
Yes. That's exactly right. That's human sacrifice at its finest.
Because how often do they say it's like, well, if it wasn't because of this, I wouldn't have been able to pursue my career. If it wasn't because of that, I wouldn't have been able to make that money,
Yes, and that's a problem. See, that's women being very selfish on their own parts. It's like, well, then why did you go and have relations with that person? You don't have to.
They're always talking about, it's like, well, consent for sex is not consent for pregnancy and all that shit. It's like, but it is.
Yeah, it very much is. Because that's why you have relations with people. It's for that reason. It's not because, oh my god, it's so fun and I I want to do it. No, it's to make other life.
Dude, some of these people like on that app that I'm on, they like because it's anonymous, they feel like they can say anything.
Yeah.
And they were talking about like body counts and stuff. And there was surprisingly quite a few that were like around our age, and they said that they hadn't been with anybody at all, and they were waiting.
Yeah.
For every one of those, there was 5 that had over 40, and they were younger.
Yeah, that's like
Like, fuck.
that's like Hadan the Mummy, what they cover, and Taylor.
That bitch that did 1,000 guys in a night.
Fuck her.
You know what I saw about?
Who hasn't?
I don't know if I've seen much from Locke lately.
Oh shit! I don't know. That's weird.
Have you, Sancho? Have you seen any like content coming from Locke recently? I just thought about that because I go through the stuff, and I don't remember seeing much recently. Okay, we've got Liberty Hangout next, so we'll get on with her.
Disclaimer: the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone.
My bad, this is Unwoke that we're going into next, and then it'll be Liberty.
I'm coming. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. Go ahead.
When you stand your ground, the woke mob loses its mind. From unhinged protests to full-on attacks, these clips show exactly what happens when common sense meets chaos. Activists claim to fight for women's rights, but by attacking women. The irony writes itself. That was a racially charged attack with white boy taunts included.
That's not a sound. Excuse me. The sexualization of children will always be wrong. Always be evil.
Citizen journalist punched in the face by a trans activist. Journalism is now a contact sport.
Can you please leave?
I was just trying to ask questions.
I don't give a what you're trying to do.
I just simply don't care about your content.
I don't give a what you're trying to do. You could keep trying to farm content, yo. But this is the thing, y'all are losers. Y'all are losers, and the whole world is seeing this.
I was just trying to ask questions.
Get out.
Yo.
Get out.
Whoa. Holy crap. What?
Reporter chased out of a Love Wins event. Love sure has a funny way of showing itself.
What is your biggest fear in 2025?
People not understanding the difference between lies and truth.
What is a woman?
Does it really matter?
So could I be a woman if I wanted to be?
Yes.
Define woman. A simple question, but watch the mental circuits fry in real time. He saved a flag from being stomped. The masked mob's response, attack mode.
This is a peaceful fucking protest.
Yell at cops if you want, but yell at a police horse, that ends with you on the ground. The mob thinks 10 versus 1 is bravery. Pepper spray enters the chat. Suddenly, the fearless warriors can't see straight. Antifa attacks a man protesting gender ideology in schools. Civil debate, right? Two against one to steal a sign. Real heroes of the cause. Three on one, and the guy still stands tall. That's how you handle a mob.
Breaking news, first at 11, a man assaulted over a Clovis controversy about a transgender athlete, and it's caught on camera.
Speak out for women's sports and prepare for the mob's version of tolerance.
We are going to let you on the mic. Okay. All right, so we are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We are trying. We're going to let you on the mic. We are going to give you the mic. We will, after Senator Sanders. After Senator Sanders.
One man's calm presence was louder than all their shouting. Silence is power.
Like it? Hey. Mark. Leave alone, Mark.
Grandpa steps in one move, and the protester cools off quick.
Like, there's students on campus that are living in communities where they don't feel safe because of rhetoric explaining that transphobia isn't accepted. So how do you think free speech impacts everybody in community?
Yeah, I mean, the idea that if somebody looks at a man and calls him a man, that they're suddenly unsafe because they've created a false reality in their own head.
Candace Owens, one sentence of facts, =, total emotional meltdown.
Well, this person, place, noun, or thing, or whatever it is, attacks a cop and ends up getting swept by the leg.
She tried kicking a cop. Guess who hit the pavement instead? MAGA hat =, automatic hate target. Civil discourse is dead.
Men and women are a completely different thing. This is true. Have you ever met a man or a woman? They're completely different.
You can't say you're a cat. It's not a thing. It's genders. It's not saying you're.
Okay, why is that? I don't understand. Why? Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, I won't ask you how old. I will ask you how old you are. Okay, because you're young enough that it's probably not insulting to ask you. So.
I'm 22, so I'm probably young and naive, right?
No. Why aren't you 60? Why aren't you 60?
Is it?
And why can't you identify as 60? What is the problem with you identifying as 60?
It's not the same as gender. You can't just.
You're right. Age is significantly less important than gender. You can't magically change your gender. You can't magically change your age.
Ben Shapiro drops the age versus gender truth bomb. Dead silent.
Honor your oath. How about honor your oath? How about that? Honor your oath. Oh, there you go.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing.
He's supposed to get lost. He's got to go to jail. He goes to jail. Let's go.
Shouting about duty and honor doesn't work when reality pushes back.
Proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself. Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
I am a voter. I'm a
so
registered
I
voter.
vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here for. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing. It looked so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was real.
Charlie Kirk schools a college kid so hard the kids left in stunned silence.
Well, you're calling me a man, right? Yeah, I don't care what you are. Yeah, you can fight me like a fight. Fight me. Fight me. Have a laugh. Yeah, you're assaulting a gay man. You're assaulting a gay man. A gay man. You're gay. I'm gay. Then why are you getting signed up? Because he believes this.
Are you calling me a man? Deep voice and all. Lady, you said it.
If men have lots of resources and you can net a man who has lots of resources, wouldn't that be your preference? Whereas for men, if you ask them that question, mostly after things like beauty, the ability to become a good mother, they're not really after your resources.
So you're saying Gen Z, Gen Alpha are still seeking out women who are good mothers and beautiful. That's still Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Yeah, well, Gen Z is actually trends more conservative in the smaller percentile. So yeah, they do tend to answer that way. Interestingly enough, as millennials get older and their priorities change, the same thing. Men seem to answer that way then as well.
Opinionated feminist walks in, leaves speechless.
Someone comes to you, young as being like, listen, I was given this gender, but I do not feel like this gender. I really wish that I could live as another. Who are you to say you're incorrect?
A parent. Sometimes the truth is such a knockout, there's just no comeback.
If you thought we were woke before, you done went and woke the beast. Welcome to Woke 2.0. All my woke warriors, give me a blue heart and share. Let's spread the love.
She started saying something and forgot her own point mid-rant.
No, I'm not. Holy crap! Get this on camera!
Another day, another meltdown. Peace and love, right?
Would you support white-only dormitories?
Everybody has a choice.
So I think white-only and black-only anything is evil and wrong. That's why I hate critical theory and critical race theory, because when it's put in practice, you start to discriminate people based on race.
Charlie Kirk explained segregation to a woke student in History 101.
Yes, man. Oh, insane. So thirsty.
Mob attacks a kid, internet catches it all. Welcome to your viral shame moment. The louder they scream, the clearer the truth becomes. Stand firm, stay calm, and watch the mob fold every single time.
I said he'll come for you.
Who?
He'll come for
So that's a new setup that I'm checking out, that on the Woke channel. I got one more if we have time, but I don't know that we will with how we're running right now. But we're going to be going on to Liberty next. And I'm not sure what the next one is, but we'll get there when we get there. And that's cool, Sancho, that you have a friend that's a natural golem.
Golems are chill.
Golems are very chill.
for anybody who doesn't look American.
I'm a naturalized citizen. If I don't carry my card all the time, that means I could be deported.
Well, I guess they can deport me because they can deport anybody.
This is a peaceful protest, and there will not be violence.
What countries are illegal aliens coming from?
They're right here in America. They're
Where
born
they
and
come-
raised here.
Would you accept me and affirm me in my transracial identity?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you would say, this is my black friend, Caitlin here.
This is my black friend. And if they looked at me and said, are you colorblind? I'd be like, nope, it's my black friend.
I'm black.
That's my black friend. That's what she identifies as.
I don't want to talk to you anymore because you are ignorant.
We are here in
You know, it's like seeing that. I cannot believe the older generation that were in the military that are now coming out and going against Trump and saying all the BS that they're saying is just outrageous to me.
It is. It's really, really weird. I can't believe that just in general, the age group demographic that is out there doing this shit. It's like they were so bored, and they finally got something that they think that will like spark their interest or something. But it's like they are literally primarily between the ages like what 55 and like 70.
Yes, I mean they're the ones that were in freaking Vietnam and stuff.
I know.
It's like how can you then go with this woke ideology and the woke mindset? I mean, how can you go against reality with what you guys have seen and done?
I don't know. It's mind-boggling to me. I don't know. And like I don't see very many people our age.
No.
No veterans really of our age.
No, not really.
And
it's either the younger generation that are coming up, or it's the older, the baby boomers.
The ones that were like, oh, I was around in the 60s and
Yeah.
we got stuff done. It didn't work then.
It doesn't work
It's
now.
not working now. Like I was telling Hero today, it's like there's 1,000 other things that you could be doing, living your life to stick it to the government instead of just standing outside, holding a sign and acting like it's going to make a difference. It's like, what mind is going to be changed by that?
None.
Did they stop the war in Israel because some college kids were pissed off when they had signs? I mean,
I know.
It's like I don't know.
And for people to come and say then, well, what about these street preachers? What about this or that are out there right now? I mean, wouldn't it be the same thing? And it's like, no, because they're not coming from a dreamy state, a disbelief. It's they're trying to get to reality again.
And they're trying to save people.
Yes.
Like they're trying to get you to like be like, look, put this away and grow up and follow something.
Exactly.
It's not like, I mean, they're not. I don't know. There's a difference. So that's not.
Yeah, there is.
Zephyr Hills, Florida. There's about 20 people here today. They're resisting, and we have a fascist regime, and this is what they're doing about it. Are you out of breath already?
Dumb Trump! Dumb Trump! Don't be a pawn for the ass. Don't do it.
We are here in Zephyr Hills, Florida for a Labor Day protest. As you can see, I counted a whopping 15 people. The energy is through the roof. So let's go talk to some boomers. Let's go.
People right there are actually Trumpers, and they're making this video to make you look bad. So I hope you have whatever you like to say to her, but be respectful because this is a peaceful protest and there will not be violence.
Why do you have to?
Peaceful protest and there will be no violence.
Why does she have to give them a warning? Like, remember, no violence. Like, she has to point that out. Don't forget, we're not being violent today. If they were just truly a peaceful crowd and whatever, then they would be fine, right?
We're here because we want to be. We're not going to interact with anyone who's going to say this any negative way.
All right, how many protests have you been to so far this year?
Probably at least, I don't know, a dozen, 18.
Okay, 18.
Every time I hear something about in Zephyr Hills or Dade City, I'm out. I think it's important, even if you're the only guy standing here, to let people know that, hey, you're not alone. And that's the important thing, is you see people drive by. Yeah, there are a certain number of people who will cheerfully give you the single-digit salute.
Yeah.
But there are many, many others who wave and they thumbs up. And I want to say, we'll pull over and join us.
How many protests have you been to so far this year?
Oh, I go to everyone there possibly is.
Okay. So what do you think that number is?
Every other weekend. So yeah, it's, I don't know, dozens.
You want to give us a little dance move here? Break it down, girl. Come on. Come on, you can break it down for me. You're on video. We have 950,000 subscribers, girl. Get down.
It's okay to punch Nazis, and if you voted for Trump, you're a Nazi.
I voted for Trump.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Would you tell people to punch me?
No, because I don't do that, but it's okay to punch Nazis.
So if I'm a Nazi, you think it's okay to punch me?
Trump is a Nazi.
Yeah, who else is a Nazi that you would condone punching?
Trump is a Nazi. Trump is a Nazi. Trump is a Nazi.
Are you talking about Kilmar?
Representation, yeah.
Yeah, you're
people
talking
like
about
that.
Kilmar, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have been proven to be legal.
He's
And-
not legal.
What?
He's an El Salvadorian citizen. He's not an American citizen.
But is he? Do we know if he's here illegally?
Yes, he
We
is
do?
here illegally.
He
Yes.
is? Okay. But most of them.
Did you not
a
know
lot of
that?
them- No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia is an illegal immigrant, but he got picked
After
up because
he
he has a rap sheet of an alleged history with human trafficking and beating his wife. Yeah. Have you ever heard of that about him?
I have heard
Okay.
that about him,
Okay.
but I don't. Now I'm not trusting.
Now you're not trusting what?
What they're saying on the news.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
illegal
I
immigrant.
know.
He came over here and he was actually arrested. Can I tell you a little bit about him? Kilmar Abrego Garcia actually has a huge rap sheet. He'd been arrested for theft, for domestic violence, and flagged for gang activity. But if you only get your news from one side like this woman, you will miss out on so much of the story. That's exactly why I go to ground.news/liberty to catch up on my news before we film. Ground News is a platform that lays out coverage from the left and the right side by side so that nothing gets left out and you can see the full picture. Let me show you why Ground News is so revolutionary. It's able to show me how 65% of coverage on this story about Kilmar Abrego Garcia was slanted to the left, while just 6% came from the right. Use the QR code on the screen or go to ground.news/liberty right now for 40% off to use the same tools I do to stay informed. It's really interesting that she stated she was upset that the news didn't tell her that about Kilmar Abrego Garcia, but if she had gone to ground.news/liberty and signed up for a subscription, she would have been able to see what the right, the center, and the left is saying about that specific story. Do you think it's okay to punch Nazis?
If a Nazi came up to me, I'd punch him. My mother was put in a camp. So I do.
Absolutely.
I
Who
know.
do you define as a Nazi?
Anybody who is against freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the First or the Fifth Amendment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody who's not an actual patriot of America is a Nazi.
Yeah.
In my book.
And you would punch them?
I would.
Absolutely.
I would.
Okay. Do you think Donald Trump is a Nazi?
Donald Trump is worse than a Nazi.
Okay. So what would you do to him if you would punch a
I would do
Nazi?
nothing to him.
Okay.
I want him to find his own way to hell.
Okay. All right.
Just right back home where he belongs. So I was raised, you do you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. It's no business of mine who you love, who you sleep with. If you suddenly don't want to be who you are, if you're not comfortable in the skin, you want to be somebody else, go for it.
Yeah. If I were comfortable being white, would you accept me as a black woman?
I don't think that I could do that because we do a lot of visual cues in our world. But
yeah, visual cues. So what about me if I said I was a man, would you accept that?
Because you tell me you want to be a man?
But I want to be black.
You can say you want to be black. This will be fine, but you're going to have to explain that a lot further than I want to be man, like I'm trans.
What's the difference?
The difference being is, again, those visual cues, because most people that are transitioning and want to be a different gender or a different sex, they take those steps to be visually what they're looking for, right? So if I visually did not want to have gray hair anymore, I'm gonna go dye it, right? So I could lie to you all day long that I have jet black hair and I'm 90 years old. But if that makes me feel good, great. I think the difference is if you come to me and say that I identify as a black individual, I'm going to be like, okay, why do you identify that?
I just feel that way.
And that's valid.
And
right?
would you accept me and affirm me in my transracial identity?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you would say, this is my black friend, Caitlin here.
This is my black friend. And if they looked at me and said, are you colorblind? I'd be like, nope, it's my black friend.
I'm black.
That's my black friend. That's what she identifies as.
And could I have an N-word pass? Would you be okay with me using that word?
I personally don't use it. I never have.
But if I'm black, would I be okay using that?
I disagree with anybody using it, but if you're comfortable saying it, okay.
All right.
Because let me say this.
You know I'm not black.
He was supposed to be taking the criminals, but he's taking the gardeners and the house cleaners and the people who do the jobs that you wouldn't want to do.
Yeah,
nor him or any of his kids.
Yeah, so first of all, they didn't say that workers would not be deported. He said we're going for the worst first. And so that doesn't mean that if you're just a worker and you're here illegally, he's not going to. He said criminals first.
Thank you.
He said the priority was the criminals, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to be safe from deportation if you're here
that means
illegally.
me. I'm a naturalized citizen. If I don't carry my card all the time, that means I could be deported. If that's not true. I look. How do I look?
Yeah, you're black.
Right, exactly. And I could be Cuban. I could be some other country that has black people in there that he's targeting.
So if you're a naturalized citizen, then you are fine.
But the other guys had citizenship. 2 of them. I can't remember their names right now. And they were deported.
Are you talking about Kilmar?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
He did not have citizenship. He's an El Salvadorian citizen. He came here illegally. What are you resisting today?
My God, how many reasons do you want? The man is an
3.
imbecile.
Okay.
The man is stupid. He's vindictive. He's mean-spirited.
Yes, Sancho, it's ridiculous to the highest with a lot of these because they're so misinformed. And it's like, I noticed something too. When I was looking at with Facebook with stories, I noticed that I would see an article and then it's like, I'd be like, oh my God, that's true. But then I would go and research it myself. And 2/3 of them, if not more, were false. They weren't true. So, I mean, there's so much misinformation going around within the internet, you know, that if people were to just believe that stuff, then yeah, that's what you see. I mean, that we're going to be like, oh my God, that happened, when that doesn't mean that it's true.
Right.
We have the internet in a day and age where there's no excuse for you not fact checking your own problems and your own stuff. If you do not, you're just going to look like a fool. I mean, between AI right now making up so many fake stories, it's ridiculous.
It's just like a real picture, but with the wrong headline.
Sounds like whiskey. But yeah, I mean that's just it.
It's not, like.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I used to be able to tell pretty well just by looking at it, but not so much anymore.
No.
He's a felon, probable pedophile. He's a grifter. How many more reasons do you need? He is not only the most corrupt president in our history, he is probably the most corrupt American in history.
Oh, American.
American.
Okay.
He was born here. He's an American.
Yeah. So you think he's the most corrupt human being in this country?
There's not much doubt in my mind.
Just because he's mean-spirited and impolite?
Well, how many things was he convicted of for business fraud? How many lawsuits have been brought against him? What about his, we never had laws concerning cryptocurrencies, but as soon as he's president, cryptocurrencies are great. Buy mine. He's a grifter.
So what has he done that's been good for the country, you think?
He's lowered the bar for the presidency. Now,
That's not good, right?
A pedophile, a felon.
Whoa. You keep throwing that term around, and I don't think it's smart to throw around that term without evidence, because that's a very serious crime. What evidence do you have?
He's been convicted of felony.
You said pedophile.
In a court of
You
law.
called him a pedophile.
I said probable.
Just 2 seconds ago, you said a pedophile for the president.
Okay, he's a probable pedophile. Does that make him better? I mean, come on.
What evidence do you have for that?
Well, they won't release the evidence.
So when people see this, what do you want them to get out of it? So just basically break it down for me.
I don't care what.
Did you make this?
I know who did.
So it wasn't you?
No.
You're borrowing him.
Yeah, it was Bud Rowe.
Okay. So explain.
Authored that book right here.
Perfect.
45 illustrations of the Trump show.
So
Learn all
explain.
about Donald Trump in that book, and you'll learn about this guy right here.
Okay.
And that's all I need to say to you.
So what's up with the Is that a Bible?
That's it. Isn't that his Bible?
What's it look like?
Trump's Bible's red.
So what does the Trump Bible
He came up
symbolize?
with his own Bible.
Yeah.
He did?
He sells it.
Seriously? You don't know that?
No.
I don't want to talk to you anymore
No, I
because
don't
you
know.
are
Wow.
ignorant.
So anyway, you said that
Look,
Trump
I have a sister
supporters.
who's a MAGA.
Hold on. You said that Trump supporters who cheer on ICE taking
Yes.
away a child is a
Yes.
Nazi.
In my
And
book,
earlier
yes.
you said we should punch Nazis. And so I'm trying to see if you're
if they
consistent.
harm you, you're damn right.
You didn't say if they harm you. You said
Okay,
if they're
look, you're
against freedom of
harassing me
speech.
right now. I'm not hitting you.
Thank
Am
you
I?
for controlling yourself.
And thank you for controlling yourself.
Yeah, I'm not violent.
You know, here's the thing.
I don't think we
You
should
might
punch
be-
people because of their
you're obviously
ideologies.
a Trumper. You obviously.
Yeah, I am a
believe
Trump supporter,
that
and I think
women
it's
should submit
troubling.
to men.
When did I say
all
that?
Colored people are bad and immigrants. I mean, you obviously believe that.
When did
Because
I?
that's
How
what
do I
Trump
believe
said.
that?
Because that's what Trump says.
Trump said all colored people are bad.
Trump says that immigrants were bad. He said they were.
When did he say
criminals.
that?
All the time, constantly.
So
Get
no,
off Fox,
don't
babe.
touch me.
Get off Fox.
Yeah, you have already
I'm
said
done.
you like being violent towards Trump supporters, so do
No,
not
you're
touch
putting
me.
words-
That's crazy fact.
Yeah, Sancho, I agree, because all that Roe versus Wade did was allow the states to choose and do what they want to do. It did not stop a state level cutoff. That was a federal thing. So I mean, yeah, it's not going to change the amount, and it's exactly what Trump was trying to do. Is he was trying to put the abortions back into the state's hands. Each state gets to decide.
And for the most part, a lot of them have that 6-week heartbeat law.
Yeah.
Because the heartbeat starts around then. And they're even rallying against that. And they're saying, well, it's not really a heartbeat. It's cardiac activity. It's not really, and it's like, why do you got to go through those kinds of things,
I know.
And so basically that's where it is for most states. California, I think we can still have it all the way through to the third trimester.
Sickening.
And of course, women have been doing this for thousands of years. It just was done a different way, and it was done quietly, and it wasn't celebrated like it is now.
I know.
We knew that we could possibly be bringing a really bad spirit into the world by rejecting and doing that, So
Yes.
I don't know. They're crazy though.
They are very.
Words in my mouth.
No.
No, because if I
That's
was
what you
violent,
said.
I would do it right now, wouldn't I?
I think you're restraining yourself.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 people trying to interview me and trying to get out of me what they want to hear. Here's the truth, people. The Fifth Amendment applies to people. It doesn't apply to citizens. It applies to all people. And when you arrest people that are because they're color, then you are not an American citizen. You're not a patriot of America. And that's all there is to it. And if you're not a patriot and you hate America, you don't belong here. Go.
Okay, and again, this person's wrong and has it wrong. It says the Fifth Amendment applies to the people. The people refers to citizens of the country. Not just anybody that even walks over here the Fifth Amendment applies to. No, it doesn't work that way.
There's even laws for people seeking asylum, but you can only be saying that you're seeking asylum if you go to the government and say as such that you're.
Yeah, not just
so
come
you're
over.
still recorded. You're
Yeah,
still
exactly.
documented. Not just like come over here and hide and
Yeah, oh well, I came up with it from to protect myself, and that doesn't work that way.
you didn't tell us that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes, very much so. It's white savior complex.
somewhere else. You don't belong here. Go somewhere else.
Well, I agree with you there. I actually do agree with you there. If you come over illegally and you commit crimes against American citizens,
he's told everybody he's going to act like a dictator, and he has. He's taken away your Fifth Amendment right. He's taken away women's body autonomy. He's created a heartbeat law when there's not even a heart.
What heartbeat law did Trump create?
Yeah.
Tell me what the law is.
Why don't you tell me?
There isn't one.
Why don't you tell me why
There
you
is
like
not
Trump?
a federal
Tell me what
heartbeat
Trump
law.
has done
You
for
just,
you.
I would
Tell
love to
me
say
how-
that.
No, go ahead.
Give
No,
me 1 second.
Nope, you tell me.
So
You've
this is
had
my
plenty
YouTube
of
channel.
time to
This
hear
is
me.
my microphone and
Why
my
don't
interview.
You tell me? No,
I
go
went
ahead, I'm
to-
not interested.
Yeah. So everything you just
tell
said
me-
were
tell me
lies.
one thing Trump's done to help you.
Yeah, he's gotten rid of criminal, violent,
No, he
illegal
hasn't.
aliens.
Really? Name one. How about the guy that he just hired that was one of the most prolific drug dealers? He just hired him, guys.
Who?
He's been pardoning people left and right and hiring them.
Who?
You guys really have to get educated.
I feel safe because I'm white. That's the only reason why I feel safe.
How would you feel safe just because you're white? You really think they're just targeting brown and black people?
It's obvious.
Can you tell me how it's obvious?
Well, I'd have to bring up the statistics, but statistics show that non-white people are more likely. I don't know what the percentage is. I can't tell you until I look it up, but much more likely to be detained by the ICE.
Okay. Why is that?
Because
where are the
Trump
illegal
is a
aliens
madman.
coming from?
What?
Where are the illegal aliens mostly coming from?
I'm not saying they're illegal.
So people
I'm saying
who
they're
are
non-white and they're being detained.
Why is ICE detaining mostly non-white people?
I don't know.
Because illegal aliens predominantly come from non-white countries.
Nope. Absolutely.
What
not.
country-
Are you telling me that white people do not commit?
Okay, also, I was just letting Nefer here know, I found out today too, Florida is now the first state that is getting rid of the vaccine mandates for all vaccines. I'm pretty sure it's all. I would have to double check it, but it's getting rid of the vaccine mandate. I know
Like for kids going to school.
for kids going to school and stuff, which means they do not have to have the vaccines to go to school.
That's incredible.
That's one of the biggest things that I have heard, because not all people actually believe that that helps, especially with the COVID vaccine that we know for a fact that they lied to us about. And then it does nothing.
Yeah. And like I said, they like made people quit their jobs or get fired or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have that vaccine.
Yeah.
And then
So I'm hoping that people can sue over it now.
yeah, me too. But even just the regular one.
Yes.
That's pretty cool because I think it's because they have like all-time lowest enrollment rates across the country because everybody's going to
Homeschool. Yes, they are.
So I think they're doing anything that they can.
Yeah, to get attendance back into school.
Crimes?
I did not say
Are
that.
you telling me that not white people from other countries do not commit crimes?
I did not say that.
That's right.
I said that illegal immigrants who are being targeted by the Trump administration and being deported and picked up by ICE
Have you
are
seen any
predominantly
white-
from non-white countries.
Have you seen white people being detained?
Yeah, I actually just was on the
Couple?
ICE's Twitter account, and there was someone from Australia that just got deported. He was white.
There's been
Anyway,
a couple.
I do want to hone in on that though, because you made a claim that it's mostly non-white people, but there's a reason for that because most of the illegal aliens are coming from non-white countries. You know that, right?
Nope.
Okay, where are the
Nope,
most
you
of the
sound
illegal
like
aliens
Trump.
are coming?
You sound like Reagan too.
Okay. What countries are illegal aliens coming from?
They're right here in America. They're
Where are
born
they
and
com-
raised here. They're born and raised here.
I don't think he's done much of anything for the working class.
Nothing at all.
I would say no.
Okay. Would you say that him deporting illegal immigrants, even the workers who are here, the people who are here working, Do you think that might be a good thing, opening up these jobs for American citizens?
No.
No.
American citizens are not going to work in those conditions for that pay.
Yeah.
And it is cheaper to have to grant mass amnesty than mass deportations. These people are, by and large, law-abiding, and they pay.
This one always gets me, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fact of they say, oh, well, you know, Americans will not work in those conditions. They won't do this. They won't do that. So they're admitting that the Mexican class that's coming in to do this is lower class and, you know, will accept more. And so therefore, let's let them do that. Not let's have the company step up to the right pay that they should be doing and have them be on top more.
No, it's slave labor.
Yeah, just let them do slave labor.
I mean, even when they're staying, I mean, like I said, like, dude, if they're going through this, Los Alamitos is done because, like, everything in the backstretch is run by illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
You know, like, even their
You used to
exercise
work
rights
back
and-
there, so you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so you're talking about people that are breaking their backs exercising horses for, like, $3 per horse. You know, and they're making just hundreds upon thousands of dollars on those animals, and these people are just getting like, just you know, and they're living in these little shacks, like 15 people to a freaking room like us.
I know.
You know, and they're like, oh, but that's okay. So you.
Oh, it's the way that they want to be. It's the way that they are, and it's like no. It's like so. Then what we should do, because even if they're here illegally, they deserve better than that, ladies and gentlemen. They deserve so much better than that. They deserve the pay that we get, if that's going to be the case. If they are going to work and be here in the United States where we're supposed to be equals.
Yeah, how are they even supposed to pay into being able to stay here?
Exactly.
There's just no possible way. You know, like it's fucking, like I mean, so they want that. They want to keep the freaking slave labor.
They do.
It's like,
And these idiots are just like, oh no, we need to keep them here because they do the job. Okay, yeah, they're doing the job for the pay that they shouldn't be getting paid.
Yeah.
Okay, Sancho said, speaking of Mexican people, my people, I hear a lot of complaints from them that are geared towards other minorities, so leftists don't know what they're talking about.
like what?
Yeah, like what kind?
Like, what is the problem with? I mean, I've heard some in reference to like the blacks and stuff. I'm just kind of curious, but yeah, it's always the white savior complex that comes in and has to say this shit.
Exactly. He said, like black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they deserve the right pay. That's the way that I stand on that.
I mean, pay for the job, you know. That's
Yes.
really screwed up with it. It's like they do actually almost sound like the old slave owners. Like, well, how the hell are we going to get anything done? How do you expect me to, like, you know, just to keep our cost of living down, you know, because, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're doing really bad, immoral things, you know. Because I know all of our agricultural stuff works with immigrants and everything too. And it's
Yes.
like, you guys have to figure out a better system if that's the case, because we're still being charged arm and a leg for our produce, and they're like.
I know. So they're getting. So the companies are gaining so much money off of this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that makes sense, Sancho. He said, hopefully that makes sense.
No, yeah. I was just kind of curious because I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Particularly out here, and it's like.
Yeah, like with Bakersfield with the fields and stuff
Right.
too. I mean, that's a big.
And it's like, but they think, you know, these white savior people think that if everybody who has a different skin color, they're all in this together, and it's like, dude, there's prejudice against everybody all the way around.
Yes.
You know, it's not like some kind of like kumbaya situation on the other side of this. It's like,
No, there's not.
They're seeing prejudices. Like, I mean, the black people do get quite a bit of recognition and stuff compared to a lot of the other minorities.
Yes.
Like, they have black-only colleges. They have black-only scholarships. They have black-only housing, you know.
And now in the dorms, they've got the black-only spaces.
Exactly. And this is why I wanted you to watch this next Liberty, because she pretty much sticks it to this guy really good. And I feel so bad for this guy because he's dressed like a woman. He's trying to say he's trans. But literally, he's so insecure, so scared. He just, like, doesn't know what to say. It's almost like his friends dare him to dress up and go out there. And it's like, it's brainwashing. You know?
It is.
But she hits him with that. She's like, am I black? You know that I'm not. You know, would you be okay if I was going and getting these? And he's like, well,
yeah, they get stumped. And we'll watch that one after this one. So we will get to it.
Taxes, and I am much more likely to be attacked by a white man in America and not an immigrant. So absolutely not.
What statistics do you have for you're more likely to be attacked by a white man?
Look up at Google crime statistics.
I love crime statistics. They're some of my favorite things. It's interesting that you say that, because in this country, actually, white people are not responsible for most of the violent crime. You're more likely to be attacked by a black person in this country. They disproportionately account for most of the violent crime in this country, yet they're only about like 13% of the population. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think that you are talking about institutionalized racism.
No, I'm talking about crime statistics.
You're talking about institutionalized racism.
Okay.
And who are you all with?
I'm with Liberty Hangout right here. We're not hiding it or anything.
Well, what is Liberty Hangout?
It's my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so how does institutionalized racism account for crime statistics?
I'm done talking with you.
Please don't touch me.
You need to just go to somewhere
Don't
else.
touch me.
Go away. We have nothing to say to you or your colleagues. Get lost.
My colleagues. I love the old terminology there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere, but you guys can go. I don't think they're going to.
Do you think all the illegal aliens said bye-bye as they were being arrested and thrown on the planes and booted out of here?
You can go. We're not going to agree.
They can say bye-bye. Could you say bye-bye to the illegal aliens? He was accused and he's alleged to be a gang member of MS-13. And he's also been accused and charged with human trafficking across the border and within our countries and across state borders as well. Trafficking people who are illegal. He also beats his wife.
Evidence as to, he beats his wife. How do you know that? Did she complain?
Yes, she did.
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys not know this? His wife literally petitioned the court to get him away from her because he was being violent towards her and hurt her.
That I did not know, and I don't believe it. Same way I don't believe anything that comes
Don't you
out of
believe
Trump's
women?
mouth. Oh, here she goes. She goes.
Don't you believe women?
And twisted.
So you're not believing her, a woman?
Believing her. I didn't say that. I've never heard it from her. I'm hearing it from you, who's definitely a Trumper.
I am a Trump supporter. Yes, I did vote for him. Yes.
And there's a lot of people that voted for him who are sorry now. People that
I'm not one of them.
Medicare, Medicaid, who had drug trials to get rid of issues that they have, are now on the back border because he took away all the fundings.
I do want to point on one thing you said. You said they're taking away the people who won't do the jobs that Americans will do. Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's okay to have people come across the border illegally, number one, and then hire them for slave wages? Do you think that we should be putting people of any color, of any descent? I'm not done talking. I think it's wrong to have people in jobs and paying them slave labor.
They're not doing slave labor. They're actually making more money than they would have made wherever they're from. They're saving it up to send home to wherever. And I love you. I love you because you know how to twist things.
No, I'm just stating facts, and you can't back up anything that you've said. Literally.
Yeah, as we were just saying, a lot of, like you were saying, a lot of the people are out here are white.
They get arrested.
Get arrested. Yeah.
It's like white trash, rednecks. You got the classic 40, 50-year-old drinkers, and then you've got the younger 19-year-olds that are like
Party animals, yeah.
So it's like most of the time out here, it's white people that are arrested.
Yeah.
Between here, Lake Isabella, and Bakersfield.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
I mean, a few Hispanic names occasionally from the Bakersfield side, but still mostly Oildale white trash.
Pretty much, yes. That's a lot of the problems. But see, it's also the pill poppers that are causing issues. You know, so the doctors are prescribing stuff to people.
Yeah, we got pill poppers, we have meth heads, and we have alcoholics.
Yes.
And most of those demographics across the board are white. So, you know, like, it just is what it is. It's just bad people, you know, bad people of every color, shape, and size. And it's like, they worked so hard to get rid of segregation, and they're doing it again.
I know. They're doing it fully again. And then this woman that she's interviewing right now, right? I love it. I love their responses. It's always, you know, oh, they're getting paid. They're not getting paid enough. They're getting paid more than they would from their own hometown, and they're here.
Right.
So they should be paid the same as everybody else here.
Right.
You're not looking at like what prices you'll see for them or whatever. No. They should still be being paid what
fair amount.
We get paid here.
And that would maybe give them incentive to actually want to become
Citizens.
You know, otherwise they're just being held at arm's length. And they can never get anywhere with that shit.
And so many of them that come over here illegally, it's like they get into this ring where the people like smuggle them over, and then they have to go work for them. They never get out of that.
No.
They're kept in a hotel room of like 10 people, and they have to go out during the day and do their stuff, and then they have to come back at night and they're there. That's it.
Even legally, you see that a lot with the Filipinos.
Yes, the Filipinos.
You'll have like a sponsor, which is typically another Filipino woman that's already gone through this, right? And she'll pay for, you know, between 5 and 15 people, like on average, is what I say. And she'll pay for their flight. She'll pay for their place to stay. They usually have their own houses and stuff. She'll pay for them to get their licensing and everything. But it's exactly the same. They're like, they're made to stay in horrible conditions. They have to give over their entire paycheck to them for, it starts off for just a year, and then it's 18 months, and then it's 3 years, and you still owe me for this, and you still owe me for that. And it's the same thing. So even legally, you've got people exploiting the whole system.
Yes.
You gotta get by your.
And our battery's at 20% on this. So we should. This one's almost over, so we'll get moving on with it.
In disbelief right now. This is exhausting. I'm actually exhausted right now. Illegal aliens are not American citizens. Yes, most of the people that ICE is detaining are non-white, and that is because most of the illegal aliens in this country come from non-white countries. That's not racist.
Okay.
That's just a fact.
Okay, the way you're saying it, what you're saying may be true.
It is true.
There's not a good reason to detain these people.
They're illegal. What is not a good reason? They're here illegally. We have no clue who they are.
Because he's made it impossible for them to come into the country.
They can come into the country legally.
He's been
keep engaging with her.
She knows. She's an adult. She knows. I'm trying. I really am trying. Honestly, I am trying. And it's hard. I am trying. How many protests have you been to?
What difference does that make? Are you taking count?
Whoever has been to the most protests today gets a pat on the back by me and a gold star.
You know, ICE can't. Well, I guess they can deport me because they can deport anybody. But I've been.
They're not deporting legal citizens.
Not yet. But he's already said troublemakers. He wants to deport them. He said that.
Okay. Troublemakers like who?
Anybody he decides is a troublemaker.
Yeah, he did say that. He's talking about illegal aliens coming in hot.
They're just going to cut and paste whatever you say to suit their own purposes. Don't talk to them.
This is why Trumpers are ignorant, because they don't read, they don't listen, And they like you don't even know what Trump is doing. It's sad. Anyway, get away from me.
You have told me that Trump enacted a 6-week heartbeat abortion ban, and that is not true. If you could correct me, I'd love to hear it.
Well, you show me where there isn't a heartbeat law.
So when
states were going to take care of everything, and now he's doing all the decisions for the
when
state.
You make a claim, it is on your shoulders the burden of proof.
That he was going to lower prices.
What's the law?
Remember when he said that he was going to give us insurance?
What's the law?
Remember when he said any of those things?
What's the law?
Why don't you answer me?
There isn't one.
That's right, denial.
There isn't. What is the law?
Trumpers, denial.
There is not a federal heartbeat ban.
Why don't you go away now?
Oh, she might be getting a little violent like she said she wasn't.
I'm not getting violent.
You're way in my face.
Yeah, well, you're got this in my face.
Yeah.
And I don't want it in my
He
face.
also was not
I would
targeting
like you
people
guys to
because of
leave.
their skin color.
I would like you guys to get out of my space and leave.
That's what a Nazi would say to people on public property.
No, they wouldn't. The Nazi would do what you're doing.
Nazis wouldn't allow you guys to come out here and do this. A lot of people
go find your own place. Go.
I'm in public property. I'm on my own place. So I also want to say
dump Trump, 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 dump Trump.
She just said
He will. He'll come for you.
What did
don't
you
look
say?
American.
What did you say?
I said he'll come for you.
Who?
He'll come for anybody who doesn't look American.
She just went up to win here and said he's coming for you.
Place. Go find your own little Trumper place.
That's what Nazis would say.
No, that's not what Nazis would.
Nazis would say, "Get out of my space. You're not welcome here. We don't want your kind."
Nazis would put you in the knee. Nazis would put you in a concentration.
Why do you think he would be picked up?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the tattoos. Trump doesn't like tattoos either.
You've made probably 20 false
And you
claims,
have
and I'm
made
asking you
absolutely
for
no
proof.
claims at all.
Yeah.
You have absolutely said nothing positive about Trump. All you've done is to look over there.
Yeah.
What positive?
He has gotten 200,000
Okay, so you gave a lie.
illegal aliens out of
Yeah.
this country
You
just
weren't
by
even
deportation.
illegal. You know half
won't
of them are
even.
citizens
She won't even let me respond. Hi, sir. How are you out here?
Doing great.
What brought you out here today?
Oh, these wonderful people. I like to make sure I'm out here every time.
Every time.
Yeah, they don't post on Facebook no more, so I can't catch it when they first get here.
Oh, I
So-
can tell you how to get their stuff
Let me
after
know.
here. I can
Okay.
tell you how to find their stuff.
You and no friends.
You're his friends. He
I
loves
was
you guys.
Actually, barbecuing at my house until I got the phone call they were out here. So I made sure to come out.
All right, so you come out here every time they're out here, so they know you.
Oh yes, they know.
Yeah.
This gentleman here knew me right when I pulled up. There's a lady in the black who always says I did something to her family.
Okay.
I've yet to do anything to her family.
Do you know her family?
No. As soon as I got here, she ran up and started telling people I did something to her family. I don't know who she is.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hit that notification bell. If you haven't subscribed, do that as well. I hear an ice cream truck, actually. If you go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett and support my work with $5 a month to fund my security, I could actually probably get my security an ice cream cone for such a wonderful job that he does every time we come out here. He deserves one. Look at that. He's a little grumpy being out in this heat. He deserves an ice cream cone. If you want loyalty badges and super cool emojis and to be part of the team, you can go to YouTube memberships. Just $2.99 a month. Get you some super cool emojis and membership badges. And a little thing in there for you guys as well. Discount codes to my merch store, which is the best merch store. Everybody knows it. I know it. You know it. Thanks for watching.
From a soldier getting betrayed by his pregnant wife while serving the
So you would say, because I'm a woman, you would say you and I are the same?
Yeah, just about. Like categorically, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, there are always differences between like individuals, like height, weight, stuff like that. Like,
But is there anything fundamentally different than us between us?
like height, hair color, stuff like that.
Nothing else.
Like one or two like features here or there.
Like
Uh,
I've had 2 children. Yeah, that's a fundamental difference between us because I'm a woman. I've had 2 children.
I've kind of already grown a D cup naturally.
What's your name?
Joyla.
Joyla. Okay, what's your major?
Studio art.
Studio art. What job are we getting with that?
I'm thinking I wanted to go into graphic design. My
Sorry, don't want anyone to run into you.
I think I'm going to go into the same field that my older brother's boyfriend is in. It would be nice
Brave.
to have like a member of like someone close by who knows the ins and outs of the field and stuff.
Absolutely. We're asking students today if they could tell us what they think about Donald Trump's job so far, 8 months into his second term.
Pretty bad, I think. I was never on his side to begin with, and I think a lot of people are especially pissed off after how he dealt with the whole Epstein file thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, a lot of things that he's done and stood for aren't good for me personally.
Go on.
Just like
Yes, I agree with the person on this one. The Epstein file list, Trump really dropped the ball on. And that's a fact. I mean, he's done terrible with it. They should have just released it and been done.
I just assume it's because he came up to a position where it just his hands are tied. He just doesn't have anything that he can do about it. But
I saw something that Bill Gates is possibly top of the list.
that I would not doubt. He is a slimy little freak.
Yeah. And he was our generation's big
Superhero,
deal.
I know. It's like, see, nerds can make something, like we can be the ones that everybody wants,
Yeah.
And then it's like, then he turned into this PC, weird, fat, overweight guy that somehow wants to tell you how to run your health and shit.
And then he wanted to make the vaccine.
Yeah, weird.
Why?
Weird shit. He's a tech mogul.
Yeah.
Since the inception of his campaign all the way back when I was 15 at the time. Crazy. But yeah,
What's not good for you?
I don't know. I think social climate wise, very polarizing. Not a great, just doesn't feels like the Republican Party kind of became like his whole thing.
Okay, but why isn't it good for you? You said it wasn't good for you personally. In what way?
I mean, kind of not the easiest. I mean, obviously, okay, so to stop beating around the bush, obviously the trans thing, it makes that harder.
It makes it harder for you to do what?
Basically getting the care that I need to live life comfortably and all that.
He has made it harder. How has Donald Trump made that harder?
So when I go in to get the stuff that I need in other states, it's basically you just take the informed consent one time. It covers everything, and you don't really have to worry about it for that much. But now, because of a lot of the stuff he's doing, I have to go. Every time anything new gets added, I have to go through the whole rigmarole of talking to the psychiatrist, going through them, paying high premiums.
What age were you when you first started taking I'm guessing hormones.
Yeah, I was 20. Yeah, 22 at the time.
Okay. And how old were you when you realized that you weren't a man?
I was about around 22, the same age.
Okay.
But it was around 18 that I really knew, but I didn't really start the process until like a few years later.
Okay. And what kind of things did you have access to, or what kind of media did you consume that helped you realize that you were a woman?
I don't know if it was a media thing, but more so an internal realization, you know? Like viewing the world around me and the way I fit into it. Sort of, it was like kind of a self-realization thing. I don't like, of course, seeing people represented on TV is good, but I don't think it was the be-all, end-all, make or break moment or anything.
When did you realize you were a woman?
Interesting. I think it was sometime during 2020, around the time lockdown and all that. I had more time for myself to like think, and at some point I came to the realization that the way like the mold that I was kind of pushed into due to like the way I was born wasn't really how I saw myself, and I wasn't like happy or content being that way. So it's hard to pin down to just one singular like eureka moment, but it does come as like a very gradual thing.
Okay. So you would say, because I'm a woman, you would say you and I are the same?
Yeah, just about. Like categorically, yeah. Okay. Of course, there are always differences between like individuals, like height, weight, stuff like that. Like,
but is there anything fundamentally different than us, between us?
Like height, hair color, stuff like that.
Nothing else?
Like one or two like features here or there.
Like?
I mean, well, obviously there's the matter of like develop, like how the bodies develop, what genitalia people are born with, stuff like that. And
yeah, I've had 2 children. Yeah, that's a fundamental difference between us because I'm a woman. I've had 2 children.
Yeah, there are ways that like of course I couldn't like get, actually wait, I think somewhere they actually have successfully managed to implant a womb into a trans woman, like had a net. I could look that up right now, but science.
Tell me how a trans woman would give birth to a child with an implanted womb.
Yeah, wait, let me look it up right now.
It's not possible.
Wait, birth.
That's not possible. It's not possible to do
A Little
that.
Miracle. Oh yeah, April 7th, 2025. First baby born in UK to woman with transplanted womb.
To a woman with a transplanted womb?
Yeah.
A woman, not a man.
Well, yeah. Transgender women now see hope that they could one day become pregnant despite having been
Would you
born
like to
by
do that one day?
males. I'm not sure if I want kids. But I like the option being there potentially, even if it's not like a thing that can happen right now. In a decade or so, when the medical science behind it gets better, I like that the option could be there for people who do want to. So that's, yeah, like parenthood isn't for every individual. Like there are, of course, like cis men and women who never want to have kids.
What is a cis woman?
It's someone who's like assigned gender. Basically, like if you identify as a woman and were born like with like uterus, stuff like that, even though there's some variants because there are intersex people who are born with like a mixture of different parts, but it would be like basically you, right? Because you identify with she, her pronouns, and
I am a
you're-
woman because
Yes, I'm
I
a
was
woman.
born a woman. I can't be anything other than a woman.
I mean,
if I looked at you and I said, I'm black, would you be okay with that?
Well, on a fundamental level, I think, like the way gender so the way
I'm
gender
black.
and race goes.
I'm black. Would I be able to get access to scholarships for black people? Would I have access to black only dorms? Would I have access to things in this country that are set aside just for black people? Would you feel comfortable with that?
Fundamentally, I feel like race and gender aren't really in categories where that like
Would you be okay with that?
I don't know if race dysphoria is like a thing in the same.
Would you be okay if I identified as black and I started going into black spaces, claiming to be black, and then taking the opportunities that are there for black people?
That kind of already
Yes or no? Let's be honest, you wouldn't be okay with that because I'm not black, right?
the thing
Am
is,
I black? Am I black?
I don't really think
Am I black?
from what I see, no.
Why am I not black?
I mean, shoot, I can't always tell. It's possible that you're like, I don't know, black passing or something.
Am I black passing? Comment below if you think I'm black passing. I have blonde hair, blue eyes. I get so burnt if I'm out in the sun for like 10 minutes. I'm not black, and you know that I'm not black. And you know why I'm not black? Because I'm not black. I'm white.
But
Do you think, though I'm asking this question, is because I don't think men should be coming into my spaces. Do you use the women's restroom?
in places where I feel safe doing so.
What do you say to the women, maybe even students on this campus who don't want you to do that?
I haven't encountered any. Like,
But
people
what
are
would you
actually-
say? Do you belong in those women's spaces?
I'm welcomed there by a.
Do you belong there?
Yeah, I'm welcomed. Like,
Okay.
my experience using the women's bathroom here has been people are very friendly. People will compliment me on like my makeup, my boots, like different stuff that I wear. People are very friendly and accommodating.
Okay.
So like hasn't been an issue for me.
Okay. I hope it's never particularly an issue for you, but I hope you stop doing that because you shouldn't be going into the women's restroom. You shouldn't be doing that.
It would be a bit odd for someone with. It would be a bit odd for someone full face of makeup with like.
I also don't think you should do that.
I've kind of already grown a D cup naturally, so it's.
It wasn't natural that you grew that.
It was hormones in my own body that kind
You
of.
injected hormones into your body that made you do that, and you were born perfectly. The way you were born was perfect. There was nothing wrong with you. You were perfect the way you came out of your mother's womb.
Like, thank you, but also.
You're welcome.
Like, I mean, the cameraman's wearing glasses.
Mm-hmm.
That implies that there was something like. There was something that they noticed, like, oh, my quality of life would be way better if something was changed. And so they went out and did something to change it, i.e. getting the glasses.
Yeah.
And there are people out there who, like, you know, sometimes they're balding and they take stuff to make sure that they don't go bald.
Right.
People getting, like, dental correct.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And so my husband wearing glasses is just acknowledging that he has poor eyesight and he needs help perfecting that eyesight. You taking hormones and pretending to be a woman does not sit there and say, oh, I have trouble with who I was born. I want to perfect the person I know that I was born as. And I want to know myself better as who God made me. You are pretending to be someone that you're not. My husband isn't pretending to have 20/20 vision. You're pretending to be a woman.
I was pretending. I was like very much pretending to be a man for those first 22 years.
I am so sorry that you feel that way. And there was no one in your community that could affirm you and who you are and who you were. But I will say, I am so sick of men going into women's spaces, if I'm being honest. And I would ask you to quit going into women's bathrooms and stop acting like we're the same, because we're not the same. But I wish nothing but the best for you. And
what do you think about trans men being forced
there's
to
no
go into
such
women's bathrooms because
trans
they're not
men being
accepted in-
forced.
Because, like, okay, let's say a guy takes hormones, like he starts to grow a beard and all that. He was born a woman, but because of this, he's made to go into a women's bathroom, even though
Yeah, so it should have been illegal for him to even take any of that stuff because he's not a woman. Or what are you talking about? A woman. Yeah, so it should have been illegal for her to take any of that. I'm going to move on to other people and potentially get going home. But I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. You're perfect the way that you were born. And that is who you're meant to be. So a quick call to action. And actually, you guys will like this one. I just want to pray for that young man. I'm going to ask you guys right now, even pause the video, say a quick prayer for him, say a Hail Mary. He was born perfect the way he was born. And unfortunately, he didn't have anybody either praying for him or affirming him in that and helping him through his masculinity. So we're going to pray for him. And please join me in doing that.
Yes, but it's muted while we run the stuff, and then I unmute it to talk. Alright. Kill this one right here, right? Remove.
What?
It's this one, right?
What is it?
For the...
Yeah. There you go.
After that. Alright, Sancho, to answer your question, he said you guys as farmers and resources.
Well, are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, so LongWalker always does like the mining and stuff on our Minecraft worlds. He really likes to do the mining, gathering ores and everything. I don't know. I just gather a variety of things and like use animals to transport them. So like if like I build little settlements and then I make farms and then I can like take stuff from like trade, back and forth so everybody has what they need where they're working. So I guess it'd be like a merchant or something.
And then Guru over there freaking does everything else. He does going to the nether.
Yeah, he goes to the nether, he maps stuff out, he finds the portal room and stuff like that. So.
Yep.
So I guess you use him for like security and traps.
Yes, and then he said, that sounds wrong and does not sound the right or explanation, men going into women's bathrooms. Yes.
I know. I like how she put that through.
Yeah, she was really good with that. She was really good with the way that she put it, and just
and then
you're perfect.
You're perfect the way that you were born, and being really gentle about it, but still at the same time being firm and saying, like just like I'm not black and you don't have access to black only spaces, you are not a woman and you do not have access to women's only spaces.
Yeah, exactly. That person needs to know it.
Yes.
And do it themselves, not just people affirm me and they don't mind me. Doesn't matter.
There was just something about him that just broke my heart. It was just like
I know, he's so unsure of himself.
Yeah, he's just parroting all the stuff that's been told.
Yes.
And it's like somebody. I mean, they just did you dirty, dude. That was just wrong.
Very much so. All right, all these devices are getting ready to die on me, so we're gonna call it there. We had a good episode of over 2 hours, so thank you, Sancho, for joining us. Always love having you here. Keep coming. We'll keep going as long as we can. So love you guys and God bless you for all your lives.
Have a good night.
Good night, Sancho.
And a good week.
Yeah, the great rest of the week, and we'll see you again next Wednesday.
You were gonna forget again.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No.
have a shot collar.
So it's shot more reference.
I have a shot collar remote.